What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video we're going to be playing another full grand challenge using 2.6 HOG CYCLE. So I don't even need to talk about the deck that much. I'm sure pretty much everyone watching is aware of this deck. It has been around inside of this game for like over 5 years now, and through many different metas it is still viable. In fact, it might even be slightly stronger this past month or so, especially after the recent buffs, like the Ice Spirit got a longer freeze duration, and then the Musketeer 2 a few months back, I think, got a hit speed buff, so both of which are going to be stronger. So before we do head in the first game, if you guys would like to support me, you can use my creator code BOSS in any Supercell game. Really do appreciate that from you guys. And yeah, a lot of you guys have been enjoying these full grand challenge videos, but for those of you who do not enjoy those too much, this is probably going to be the last one I do for at least a little while, because the global tournament is upcoming. There's a global tournament starting tomorrow, and I'm probably going to make a couple videos on that, and then a ladder video. But for those of you who do enjoy these videos, probably the next one I'm going to do is P.E.K.K.A, because a lot of people have been wanting me to do P.E.K.K.A bridge spam, a deck of, that of some sort, because I haven't done a P.E.K.K.A video in a while. It is kind of not great in the meta, but I'll try to find one that I think is the best. And I thought, since I haven't done HOG in a while, a HOG video in general I haven't done in a while, let alone 2.6, I thought it was a good, full grand challenge video to do, especially since I saw a few comments saying they wanted to see HOG CYCLE, because I agree, I haven't in a while. Did you guys notice I actually surrounded that wizard with the skeletons? You can do that with the against the bomber too, actually, even though the splash radius is quite large. With the correct placement and timing, you can. So that's a nice interaction to practice if you weren't aware of that. So this guy using definitely some strange deck here. You see balloon, and he has log and a balloon deck, which is definitely kind of strange. I thought maybe it was like lumber loon or something, but then I remembered he also has wizard, so it's definitely some sort of crazy deck. But he's used most of the cards now. It seems like he has E-Barbs too, so now we know that. Let's just go skeletons here, and then we'll go Ice Spirit, and yeah, this should be nice. Pretty clean defense there. Really good usage of the skeletons and the spirit. He's just going to fireball that, so I'll go Ice Golem to protect, because he might have to overcommit on top of this since he doesn't have a log in cycle. Yeah, he actually has to go for a Lumberjack. So what I might actually do is go Hog Rider to distract this Lumberjack. We don't even really need to use like anything else, because the Hog pulls it back, and the tower did a nice job of whittling down that Lumberjack, so it pretty much lost the entirety of its health. We'll just go Musketeer here, log this, and yeah, that should be fine. Okay, he's going to Inferno Drag, so I'm actually going to set up a Hog push because his Lumberjack is out of cycle, and I think that's his best counter to the Hog. I mean, the E-Barbs are decent, but they're pretty expensive, so when he plays them, I don't have to worry about like a balloon push, because he won't have a lot of elixir. So this should be, pretty easy defense. In fact, I don't even think I needed to, fireball, and I didn't play it because I knew that was going to stop it. The Hog should get one shot. So I think we pretty much have this game wrapped up unless we make any major mistakes. It's really nice that the cannon can tank 2 shots from a balloon now. That's, really helpful for these types of matchups, or really like any balloon deck in general. Like Lava Loon, I'm pretty sure 2.6 has a pretty good matchup against Lava Loon now, which might be hard to believe, but because of the cannon interaction, it's so helpful. So that is going to be GG. I just gotta go Hog, and it looks like he gave up anyway. Alright, so very easy, crazy deck from our opponent, and, pretty simple defense, especially when they're using, a balloon deck that doesn't really make sense, as opposed to, say, like Lumber Loon Freeze, or, even Lava Loon would probably be a little bit more challenging. Alright, I'll see you guys when we find the second game, because even early on, sometimes the matches take a little while to find. Alright, found our next game here against Amma, looks like. Okay, they're just gonna go, oh wow, that's, wow. He just cycled guards, Ewiz. Okay, that was very strange, and then went log. Okay, that was a weird start from this guy, to say the least. I wish I had a Hog in cycle instead of having to cycle a Ice Golem first, but I guess that still works. So let's see what counter he has to it. Maybe he has like a Mega Knight or something. I don't know really what this guy's doing. This might just be... Oh wow, it is going to be Mega Knight. So let's try to activate the King Tower here. pretty easy to do with the skeletons. Like, as you can see here, it's like really easy. You can also do it with the ice spirit. So like, if you don't know about that, I would definitely practice that, because I think, well, a lot of hog players I know think like Mega Knight is like a super hard counter to hog for some reason. I don't really know why, because you can outcycle it, and even if the Mega Knight comes down on the hog, you can often still get a hit, and it's so easy to activate the King Tower. So I think that's definitely worth practicing that King activation. Multiple ways you can do it. You can even do it with skeletons and the ice spirit. You don't even need to use the cannon, but when you have the cannon, it makes it even easier, because you know they can't, like, cannon's a little bit more sturdy, so they can't, like, prediction spell, you know, like the skeletons or whatever, so it probably makes it, you know, a little easier in that sense. But even, you know, most times you can still do that, because usually, unless they're really good, they won't predict that sort of king activation. So I don't know what in the world this guy's doing, but, you know, I'm not complaining, because we're going to get an easy 3 crown, like, cards at the bridge. I don't know, man. This is, some crazy stuff I'm seeing, some mid-ladder type of gameplay. Is this the type of guy that's, like, you know, like, maxed on mid-ladder with, like, his deck, and he's, like, stuck at 5k trophies? Let's just check if that's true. That would be funny if it is. I doubt it, but let's take a look. Oh, no, it's not the case at all. He's at 3,900. Okay. By the way, I'm really high on ladder, 22nd in the world. That's why I'm not running 2.6 on ladder, because even though I think I have a good understanding of how to play it, I don't want to risk tilting, like, you know, a couple hundred trophies before, you know, I actually win a decent amount of games with it. So, yeah, this is why I'm doing these, full Grand Challenge videos more often, because I'm higher on ladder, and if I want to use, and a lot of you guys want to see a variety of decks, I don't want to, even though I have a very good understanding of how to play a lot of decks in the game, if I haven't, like, fully mastered a deck, which isn't a ton of decks, you know, I will admit, it's very hard to, like, master decks and know, you know, how to perfectly play them. And when you are really high on ladder, it's, like, risky to play decks you haven't mastered, because unless you're constantly getting, like, pretty good matchups, you're probably going to have a hard time outplaying some of the harder ones, or even winning what you would call an easy matchup. So hopefully that kind of explains why I'm doing these full Grand Challenge videos. And on top of that, you guys are enjoying them a lot, so I'm going to keep doing them. Yeah, either that, or I'm just going to continue, I think, using, like, RG a lot on ladder if I continue to maintain a good ranking. But yeah, luckily there is a global tournament coming up to, you know, add some variety of things to do in this game. That's interesting. I always like the global tournaments. They're fun. I'll definitely make at least 2 videos on it. I always do at least 1, but I think this time around I'm going to do 2. So that should be, yeah, it's exciting for some people, maybe. So let's go Ice Golem Hog and pressure the opposite lane here. So yeah, Tesla, we're going to have to work our way around that. We're going to get some damage here, though, because I was going to give a well played. Do I do it? It's kind of toxic. I don't know. Let's make sure we win first. Maybe if he does something like that again, I will, but I hate, like, you know, giving an early well played, because I just think it's like, if you lose, then it's karma, you know? I don't think we're gonna lose. Like, I don't see myself losing to this deck, especially because it's kind of weird. Like, Tesla Witch, I don't know. This is strange. And what is this guy doing? It's kind of like the last game. He's, like, waiting so long. Does he have a Mega Knight? Whenever they wait like that, I always assume they have Mega Knight. I don't know why people do that. Like, sometimes people are full on Elixir and they, like, leak and wait for the longest time possible for, like, seemingly no reason to drop their Mega Knight. I don't know why people do that. Maybe some people, they have a reasoning for it. Maybe they, like, can't decide what they want to do and they're kind of, you know, panicking. I don't know, but either way, this guy just disconnected, I guess. All right, so 2 very easy wins in a row. Don't know what was going on there, but, you know, that's common at the beginning of Grand Challenges. So, all right, 9 wins to go at this point. So far, so good, but, you know, it's only going to get more difficult. So, Hog is in our starting hand. Typically, starting with Hog is a pretty, you know, fine starting play, because it's, and in this case, it actually, oh, nice, and the log should reset the Mighty Miner, so we're actually going to get, I think, 3 hits from it. Yeah, it's perfect. Great start to this game. Skeleton's going to be a great answer to the Mighty Miner. But, okay, he just Electro Spirits them, so let's just do this. I don't even think I need an Ice Spirit. That's going to do enough. Yep, fine with me. So maybe he's using that drill deck. No, he's got bait, actually. Okay, which is probably good for me because drill is actually, if you guys didn't know, a pretty good counter in most cases to 2.6 just because you don't really have an adequate counter to the drill and you have to like overspend to take it out. I know a lot of 2.6 players don't like playing against drill. I also know that a lot of them complain about it. So for those reasons, I think it's pretty good against 2.6, especially you guys know like the worst matchup. So that drill deck, it's the one with the Golden Knight and the Tornado. I think I made a couple videos on that recently. The Bridge Spam drill deck, that deck like hard counters 2.6 so much. Like I feel like that's almost an impossible matchup. So hopefully in this Grand Challenge I don't play against that deck because I truly think that that's like one of the most difficult matchups you could possibly get for 2.6. Golem is also kind of challenging. Golden Knight Golem especially. Probably Night Witch Golem isn't that bad, but I think, you know, if they have Golem, especially if they have a Cage and a Tornado in the same deck. Oh, excuse me, Splash Art is also very difficult. With Tombstone now, it's even more so because it's just so annoying. And it's really hard to outcycle a Tombstone, whereas when they have a Goblin Cage, it's a little bit easier. So yeah, those are probably the difficult matchups for 2.6. Maybe I'll play against it, and then I can end up like outplaying it and showing you guys like what I would do. But anyway, this is, I don't even know if this is that easy of a matchup. I just think he's definitely made some mistakes, obviously. But like I said, it's definitely better that he has log bait than drill. I'd much rather him have that, without a doubt. So that actually was kind of, that might have protected the princess. No, he failed to do that, and then wow, he was paying so much attention to trying to protect the princess that he ended up like losing the, you know, pretty much the rest of his tower with the exception of 1 HP. So yeah, it's gonna be GG. Yeah, he like misclicked the cannon. That was kind of funny. All right, so really easy. If he played better, it probably would have been a lot closer. But I think it's probably not a horrible matchup, just because, you know, I actually don't know. I mean, maybe you guys know. I really don't know. I think that's kind of a controversial one. Log bait 2.6, what the matchup is. I think it depends on a lot of things, like what's the log bait variant, because obviously if they're running, you know, Inferno, Tesla, Cannon, that's probably going to change it. Probably if I had to say Cannon, in fact, would do a little better just because it's cheaper, whereas an Inferno you can outcycle, but I really don't know how the matchup works. So Skeletons, is this going to be a mirror match? Okay, this is going to be really interesting if it is. If this is in fact a mirror match, which it is looking like. So I do know from seeing some mirror matches that you want to, and I'm actually really glad I'm playing a mirror because I think people always want to know like how you want to play the matchup. So typically in the mirror match, you want to fireball any musketeer they play next to their tower, and you just, the most important thing is your micro interactions and saving cannon for the hog rider. So it's pretty much as simple as that. And because he just used his fireball, we can actually go ahead and musketeer because he's going to have to play a few cards to get back to it, and by the time he does, I feel like it would have to be an overcommitment by the time he fireballs it, so I would say it wouldn't even be worth it. So we can just go Ice Golem in front here. If he plays a Musk next to his tower, I'm definitely going to fireball it. I don't think he... Okay, wow, he actually does. So maybe this guy isn't the best of 2.6 players just because I think you shouldn't play a Musk when the opponent has... You shouldn't play a Musk next to the tower when your opponent has a Fireball in cycle. That's the best way to put it. Because you're just giving them free chip damage at that point. Now, he has a cannon in cycle, so I really don't see the point in going for Hog. If they have a cannon in cycle, you really need to go Ice Golem with your Hog, so they have to overcommit on it, and then Musketeer high up to, like, yeah, try to snipe it. There you go. That's actually even gives the well played. That's sometimes what they'll do. He probably could have just played it lower, but he probably panicked a little bit because of the Ice Golem, and people sometimes like to, you know, mix up their cannon placements anyway. So he's probably going to go Skeletons. I'm going to go ahead and log here to try to predict them. Okay, we do that successfully. So yeah, so far we're playing this really, really well. That was also a horrible fireball. I don't know why he thought... Okay, let's see if he plays the cannon lower this time. Okay, yeah, he does. So this should be a little bit of damage unless he, like, overcommits like crazy on top of it. Yeah, this is pretty much GG. So whenever you're against, you know, a 2.6 player who is making this many mistakes, you always should win. Because it really comes down to, and that wasn't even good defense, but it's only one hog hit, so it doesn't really matter. You don't need to stress too much when you have this big of a lead. I mean, of course, you should always be playing your best, but sometimes I do admit I do let my guard down sometimes when I have such a massive lead. I know I can kind of relax a little bit. Because the most important thing is when you have this big of a lead to not make major mistakes. You don't really need to play, you know, perfect clash, as you would call it, like incredible micro and everything when you're ahead by so much, because a little bit of damage doesn't really mean jack squat in this type of situation. But yeah, we pretty much destroyed him. Wasn't even close, so pretty happy with how I played that. Definitely some mistakes on his end, just kind of with the cannon placements in particular. You should just always play it low. There's no reason to ever still have a little bit of a cough. I'm almost completely better from the cold. Like you know, like I'm not congested anymore, or you know, like sneezing or any of that. But watch me like sneeze right now just because I said that. But okay, hog, perfect timing to distract that dark gob. That was really nice. But yeah, still have a little bit of a cough. Okay, I don't know what that fireball was. That was a pretty questionable play, though. That probably was his only answer. So yeah, we're up a lot of elixir. Definitely going to cycle some stuff. Okay, let's just... Excuse me. Alright, let's just go skeletons here. Hog in the opposite lane. He's probably going to scar me this. Yeah, or guards, I had a feeling, because this is drill. Alright, so this is a pretty bad matchup. As I already mentioned, drill, in my opinion at least, is probably one of the hardest things to beat with 2.6. Okay, again, really good reaction time on that Dark Goblin. As long as you're paying attention and you have quick fingers, it shouldn't ever be an issue, hopefully. So, I'm going to Musk. Maybe we try to get, like, a nice prediction here. So maybe go for, like, a Hog, and then prediction log the Skarmy. Ooh, wow. I feel like he had so much time to respond, and we still got that prediction down. That was so nice. He's even calling the good game. I don't know if I'd go as far as that, but well, with that Muskalok, I'd say it's probably a good game. Wow, yeah. Sometimes just one prediction goes a long way. Okay, that was a little embarrassing that I messed that up after, you know, talking about how it's not too hard, and it just... But, you know, sometimes that's what happens. It's like when you say something's easy, it kind of like... You're I don't know how to describe it or like what the expression's called, but it's like, you know, it's like you're messing yourself up kind of, because like I guarantee if a few seconds ago I didn't say about how it's like easy and you just have to be paying attention, I guarantee that wouldn't have happened. But I don't know, maybe it would have. It's like so hard to say. Anyway, he's gonna let the I don't know why I'm coughing so much all of a sudden. Hopefully it's not too annoying. Just go for Ice Golem, and yeah, this should be, yeah, GG. In what otherwise would have been a little bit harder had he, you know, not gotten predicted like that. So, just go Musk here. Just gotta play some, you know, defense for the next few seconds, and we should be fine. You know, perhaps this variation isn't as bad, but I can tell you... When they're using that Golden Knight one, that's a super duper hard counter. But I do know a lot of 2.6 players just hate drill in general. Like that one that was meta when it had Tesla before, I know was really bad. But I really don't think Inferno changes much. I really think it's still decent for them. They just have to, you know, not make mistakes and basically get out a single elixir. And then in double and triple, it really should be impossible for the 2.6 player. Let me actually, I saw this came up and I forgot to claim it. Let's go ahead and claim that. Wow, first time I used Ice Golem in the, I probably did in friendly battles, but first time on Grand Challenges or Ladder that I used the Ice Golem. That's actually kind of surprising. Alright, so we're actually halfway through. The games go by pretty quickly with 2.6. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I guess that's typically how it works for, like, Hog decks. The games go by quickly. It's way more rare for a game to go to 5 minutes with Hog than with, like, trying to think of like something else, but typically stuff like, well, even like Expo has like a lot longer games on average now that I think about it. It's just Hog is kind of different in that way. Okay, this is not good. This is actually really bad. We have to overcommit so much on this, and he even got damage. I'm gonna go Skeletons, even though I don't think I should have done that. I don't think I should have gone Skeletons. That might have been a mistake, especially if he has Mega Knight and I need it to defend. I don't know if he does, but it looks like it's a... Yep. Oh, no. It didn't connect. What I meant is the Ice Spear didn't connect to the wall breakers. That cost me a lot of damage. Alright, so yeah, that was a little bit of a sloppy defense. It probably could have been a little better, I'll admit. But I do think we can still have a comeback here if we play well from here on out. That was a good hog. Yeah, we definitely can come back. It was just a little bit of a bad defense. Okay, this definitely I'm gonna fireball. I think that was the easiest way to defend it. I could have maybe gotten fancy and defended it some other way, but that was a guaranteed, like, clean defense, so I think that was the best thing to do in that situation. And yeah, we definitely can come back. I think he doesn't even have a big spell, so our Musketeer's gonna get some pretty crazy value, I'd say. I think we can send in a Hog in the other lane. If we're lucky, this will bait out, yeah, Mega Knight, and then we could try to get a King activation, and then at the same time pressure the other lane here. So if we get a King activation, and on top of that... Okay, nice. So we get the King activation, we got a ton of damage. This is looking like we're gonna come back now at this point. Although... It's looking like... okay, this is probably going to be a tower trade. I hope I don't need a fireball. I don't think I need to. Okay, at least we took his tower, but I was hoping I would have been able to defend. That was unfortunate. Let's just focus up. But yeah, I really wish I could have defended that. I'm gonna hog, I think. This should be some pretty easy defense. I think in this situation, we can definitely win. Yeah, I think we can win, for sure. I feel pretty confident at this point. If we play well, we should win this, I think. If I lose this game, it's because I played badly. I'll say that right now. So, let's just focus, and we should be able to win this. Just have to make sure we don't make any, like, misplays on defense, or at least not too many, anyway. Like, any major ones. Don't know if I could have prevented that wall breaker. Alright, well now this is where things get a little chaotic. The Mega Knight does, like, no damage now. When it jumps, I mean. We're just looking for one hog hit. If we get it, it should be GG. Nice, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was not that bad of a matchup. I would actually say that guy played that pretty well. Definitely of all the games, he played the best, but I mean, it makes sense because we're at 7 wins now, so we're starting to play against people who kind of know what they're doing. All right, yeah, I'll see you guys when we find the next one. All right, here we go. This will be the 8th win if we end up getting it. Yeah, that guy played pretty well, and I definitely made some mistakes at the beginning. It shouldn't have been as close as that. I think it was actually quite good for 2.6. It's kind of ironic because I said Drill's a bad matchup, but that particular variant wasn't bad because he didn't even have a fireball. His arrows got no value. This I can tell you though is going to be really tricky. Splash Art is not fun to play against with 2.6. I'll tell you that right now. He is probably going to activate the ability. I would be pretty surprised if he didn't. Wow, he actually... Oh, wow, he does. Okay, he was just waiting till the last second. That's what I thought. I would have been pretty shocked. Alright, I'm gonna hog. I know he's using Splash Yard. And this, I can tell you right now, is not easy. Like, this is actually going to be really, really hard if he... I think this might... Splash Yard and that Drill Golden Knight deck, I think, are, like, the hardest matchups for 2.6 of decks that are, like, meta. And 2.6 players have said that, too, that Splash Yard is really, really hard. So it's really going to come down to how well this guy plays. If this guy plays perfectly, it's going to be really hard, because even the 2.6 players who play perfectly, like, Oyasu and Yursen, if they're against a Splash Yard player who knows what they're doing, they typically lose. So we'll just go Ice Spirit here. Let's hog, even though he had the Baby Dragon there, I'm still going to hog into it because he's still forced to drop something else. So I'm going to go Musk. Okay, he's going to Graveyard. That's, I guess, a little aggressive, because it's not even tanking for the tower, so I don't think that that was an amazing play. So we're definitely going to hog, because he's going to have to Tornado this one, but also make sure he gets something down for the Musk. Okay, but that... Oh, wow, the Musk... Okay, only got one shot, sadly. So, our hog is out of cycle. That's unfortunate, because I can't hog right now when he has his Tornado out of cycle. It's also a lot harder to outcycle the Tornado because he has the 3-card cycle because of the champion. Okay, that kind of felt like an overcommitment, but... Let's just... Okay, wow, so he's not playing the high tombstones at all. He's being pretty predictable, I'd say. Yeah, we have to try to abuse the Musk as much as we can. Okay, we caught that. Let's actually hog here to make him have to, like, defend so he can't... Okay, I should have defended that skeleton earlier. That got so much damage, wow. I'm gonna hog here. This should be a good fireball. Okay, we got a shot, so he messed up the Tornado. Alright, we gotta get a log down here pretty soon, I'd say. We're somehow still winning, so we got that going for us. But things are going to get really tricky when we get into Triple Elixir, like where we actually are right now. Because the problem is... we really shouldn't get a hog to the tower unless he really screws up. Because this is where it gets, like, near impossible to outcycle. Oh, yeah, close. Close, but yeah. I mean, it's a hard counter, but the main reason why it was close was for a few reasons. One, there were like a couple tornadoes I think he did that weren't good, where like the hog got a shot, and then also, I don't know, either that or it's not... Nah, I'm gonna go with that. I know that's a bad matchup because... every 2.6 player I know says that Splash Yard is a hard counter. So that definitely is a hard counter. I'm not going to change my opinion on that. I think it could be just the difference in skill. Maybe I'm just a lot better, so it was like really close just because of like micro interactions I did and like small misplays he did. But from what I saw, there were a couple tornadoes he did that were not good. But But it's probably at least 70-30 or maybe even 80-20 for splash yard. But, you know, I probably didn't play perfectly. You know, I could have, you know, did a couple things differently, but still I would say it's really bad, in my opinion. But some of the best, like, 2.6 players out there probably would have won. But only because he wasn't amazing. Anyway, let's log this. And then, I'm going to go ahead and fireball. It could be a little risky if he has... Okay, let's try to... Oh, wow. I wasn't confident in my Ice Spirit ability, so I went Skeletons just in case, but I didn't need to. That Ice Spirit fully countered it. Wow. That was good. So if he goes Mortar, I'll probably Cannon. Mortar is typically pretty easy for 2.6. I think it's generally like one of the... It's typically one of the easier matchups, I'm pretty sure. I will have to fireball this, though, unfortunately, just because the mortar would have... And because of the cannon cart there, I couldn't go Musk, so yeah, I don't know. I think I had to do that. I'm pretty sure this guy doesn't have a minion horde, though. Could be wrong, but I don't think he does. I'm going to cycle Skeleton, so I have cannon in cycle, so if he goes for his... like his skeleton barrel, I have an answer to that. Then I'm going to Musk. It's really good we already have a lead going in a double. I feel pretty good about this situation. I'm going to play the cannon higher to make it harder for him to hit both. I guess he still could, but it'll be a little harder. Okay, good. I didn't want that mortar shot to shoot the Musk. No, I should have logged earlier. Yeah, that hog isn't gonna get any damage. We're winning, so I don't think we need to, like, worry, like, too much, but... The mortar is pretty tanky. I'm gonna fireball this, it's pretty good value. He also didn't activate the... Okay, let's do this. I guess he... Alright, that works. Musk in this lane so he doesn't get fireball value. Ooh, that Skarmy pretty much died, so that wasn't even that good. Oh wow, that got a shot, nice. I didn't expect it to. Alright, we gotta get a log down pronto. I'll just fireball that, that's kind of annoying. And then once that mortar's gone, send in the Hog Rider. It's back to another though. I think at this point, let's just defend and try to, well, you know what? No, we should just keep pressuring. I don't know what I'm saying. Because, like, I mean, we might as well, like... Because we can be super aggressive in triple and defend easily, so it's probably the smarter decision anyway. I'm gonna fireball this, though, just because... It's kind of getting a little annoying. I doubt we're going to be able to get another hog to the tower, so yeah, we probably do now. What I said before, we just need to defend. I think we might just need to do that. Yeah, we're fine. Wasn't like perfect defense there at the end, but it was enough to, you know, secure the win. So that's all that matters, really. All right, GG. Yeah, not that bad, especially in single elixir. I think it's really difficult for him to keep up with my my cycle, just because I do have, you know, log, and the hog is probably pretty annoying for him because my cycle is faster. He's not always going to have a mortar in hand for that hog rider in single elixir, but you saw in triple, he started to overwhelm me a little bit, so that's where things got a little bit more complicated. But yeah, we're 8-1 right now, so just 4 more wins to go. Okay, we found our next game here, so let's go ahead and give him the good luck. And I guess we can just go Ice Spirit at the bridge. Okay, he's gonna go Skeletons. Okay, he has Fire Spirit. So he might be using Mortar. Or maybe that that Royal Hogs deck. Yeah, with the cannon. Or he might have Hog. I'd prefer him to have Royal Hogs, because Hog EQ does really good against 2.6. The Queen also makes things kind of tricky, because the Queen does really good against the Musk. I'm just gonna Musk. There's no point in going Hog when he has the Cannon and Cycle. Like, as I mentioned before, it's just kind of pointless. Guess we'll just go Hog. He's gonna Cannon, but I suppose it's probably still fine. Let's go Ice Spirit, and let's try to outcycle his, Cannon. I think we did. Yeah, actually, this should be really good, because, wow, he can't even afford... Oh, wow, that Hog got another shot. Nice, let's go. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure he has Royal Hogs, so now I have a really good feeling we're gonna win this one, because it's so much easier to defend against the Royal Hogs than it is the Hog Rider, because the Hog, he can just go Hog EQ, but the Royal Hogs, we can Fireball. Yeah, that was great. Let's pressure here. We're going to go Ice Golem and Hog. I'm going to get ready to Fireball the Cannon. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go Cannon here on defense. He can't support this at all if he defends, so that's really bad for him. Go Skeletons here. He's probably going to pop the Queen ability, but that should just die because of the... Yeah, perfect. Let's go Hog again. Okay, that was a good Cannon. He played it out of Fireball range. So probably we could just cycle Logs and stuff at this point. Okay, that was a really good Cannon placement, because what that does is it prevents him from... I just gave him a very good value delivery, but I guess it's fine. He had to overcommit, so that, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I think we just keep pressuring here, to be honest, because, yeah, that Cannon pulls the... That Hog gets... Oh, yeah, nice, wow. Yeah, that's GG. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. But like I said, when they have Royal Hogs, it's so much easier than them having Hog Rider, because Hog EQ does really good against 2.6. Whereas for the Royal Hogs, at least I had Fireball. But he definitely made some misplays on defense. I think some of just the, like, the micro, you know, at the very beginning, him not having the Cannon in cycle really hurt him. It's because he went for that Queen and he overcommitted, and then I was able to outcycle him. That was really, really good, sending that Hog in the other lane, and then when the Queen died, sending in the Hog in the left lane afterwards. Alright, so 9-1. I'll see you guys when I find the next game. Alright, here we go. So in our next match here, this will be the 10th win if we end up getting it. He's going to go Bandit, so let's just go Ice Golem. I don't want to Hog when he has a Bandit on the board, just because, I don't know, split lane pressure can be a little bit annoying. So he has a Magic Archer, which makes me think that this is going to be some sort of bridge spam deck, especially after we already saw the Bandit. So let's just Musk and Skeletons. Okay, yeah, those were bad Skeletons. Okay, if he does have P.E.K.K.A, we actually have a really good matchup. I believe 2.6 has, like, the hardest counter to P.E.K.K.A, or it's, like, one of the hardest counters to it, so that's very good for me. I'm happy about that, but if he's a good P.E.K.K.A player, we still need to play really good, of course. So we'll just go Ice Spirit to stall the Ram, and then we'll go Musk. He has a Zap out of cycle, so we could, I guess, go Skeletons without having to worry about that. Okay, he just missed the Fireball. That's a pretty big mistake. We could actually go Ice Golem and then send in a Hog in the opposite lane, because he's probably going to have to P.E.K.K.A one of them, and then, yeah. So we should be able to just cannon this and defend pretty easily, I'd say, because he just used up like all of his elixir. So we just got to go Ice Spirit here, and then obviously Skeletons, and then that's, yeah, pretty free defense, I'd say. And then we could probably even go for an Ice Golem and a Hog Rider once we get 10 elixir, because he doesn't have his P.E.K.K.A. in cycles, so his support cards are pretty easy to defend, I'd say. I think all we need to do is just go for a Musk, and the Ewiz is in front, so that's probably even better. It makes it like even easier to defend. So yeah, we just do this, and yeah, that's really easy. Nice. Let's see what he does here. He's just gonna Magic Archer. Okay, I'll go Musk. That was a very interesting defense on his end. I think he definitely messed that up. I'm gonna send in the Hog in the other lane. He probably should be dropping P.E.K.K.As on top of the Hog Riders. I don't know why he isn't. I'm gonna go Hog because I don't think he can afford a P.E.K.K.A. because he just played so much stuff. Then we'll go Fireball. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was... I mean, we have a hard counter, but I think that was a lot easier than it should have been. But yeah, at least that shows you guys what the, you know, how you go about playing against P.E.K.K.A. As you can see, it's really easy because you can defend everything and they can't really defend. So it's like you have it both ways, right? Pretty much the way to know you have a hard counter is if you can defend with ease and get damage with ease, and that basically is how that matchup works. Like 2.6 destroys P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam, especially OG P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam, and then also Giant Double Prince. Those are like the two biggest like hard counters for 2.6, or that's like 2.6 hard counters the most. So we'll go Hog Rider here. If I had Skeletons in cycle or Ice Spirit, I would have just activated the King Tower, but sadly I didn't. Okay, so this might be Expo, and to tell you the truth, I don't know if I know how to play against Expo 2.6. It's been quite a while, so we definitely have to yeah, focus up here. I think it's a matchup that can go either way. I've heard a lot of people say it's like 50-50 or something. I don't really know what the matchup is, but my guess is it probably gets easier as it goes on, just because okay, he has a Ice Golem though, so this is a little different than your typical 2.6 deck. I guess we'll go Cannon, and then like let's kind of see what he does. Okay, that was a pretty aggressive Fireball. I don't know if that was that good of a play, because we could probably go Hog now, since I don't think he's back to his Tesla. And we're gonna get 2 shots. Okay, that might have won us the game. I think that was a really bad Expo. I'm no Expo like expert, but that didn't seem like a very good play because he didn't get a lock, and because of that we ended up getting 2 hog hits. And now I feel like we can just focus on defense and we don't really have to get many more hog hits. But of course if he overcommits like that again, then surely I will go in for if he's smart, what he'll do is he'll Expo in the opposite lane, because there's no reason for him to, at this point, Expo in the same lane as me. Otherwise, he's just going to give me Fireball value. I don't know if he knows that or not. I guess that'll tell us, like, how good of an Expo player he is. So, yeah, I think this guy isn't too experienced with Expo because, like I said, you don't want to Expo into the lane that the opponent has more damage in. You want to be switching lanes. So that's definitely a mistake I can, like, say for a fact you don't want to do as an Expo player, even though I don't use a lot of Expo myself. I just know from watching a lot of Expo that you don't typically want to do that. So let's go Hog, and he's probably going to have to drop a low Tesla because of the Musk. Okay, I didn't actually... Okay, I just wasted the Fireball, but I think even though we did, it's fine because he just spent so much. Like, he went Archers and... yeah, I don't know. And is he even gonna... Maybe I'll Musk to, like, predict... Okay, that was weird, to say the least. I don't know why he... It's like we both did a prediction, kind of. I'm just gonna... Wow. Yeah, I'm just gonna fireball the Expo in the tower. He's gonna get a small lock, but it's not really gonna be anything that significant, and... Okay, once again, he's gonna Expo in the same lane I'm going in, so that's perfect for me. Let's just cannon over here, so he can't fireball the right tower in the cannon, and then that's a free fireball for us, and that's also a free log for us, so this is good, and I think we just have to keep up what we're doing, and we should be fine. Because this tower is already really low, and we still have over 2k on our tower, so it's a great situation for us. He's already fireball cycling too. That's probably not going to work for him in this case, because maybe someone can let me know in the comments, what is this matchup, like 2.6 against Expo? Because it is a controversial one from what I know. Or is it just like a straight up 50-50 match? Or does 2.6 have matchup? I really don't know. You guys could maybe help me out on that. If I had to guess, it's around 50-50 probably, but I really don't know for sure. So yeah, we can't, like, fireball cycle just yet, but I might just, like, try to do it anyway, just because we can. Yeah, I mean, he would basically need an Expo to take, like, my whole tower, which isn't going to happen. So, yeah, it's going to be GG. Alright, nice, we got it. So that'll put us, yeah, at 11 wins. So that means if we win this next one, that'll be the final game of Grand Challenge. Surprisingly, this is going a little smoother than I thought, because I didn't actually think I was, like, well, I knew I was, like, decent at 2.6, but I didn't know I was, like, well, I don't know, because I remember the last time I played a Grand Challenge with 2.6, I won it, too. So this would be 12 wins in a row with 2.6, but let's go Hog here. This guy's actually pretty good. I think I have him added on my friends list. I recognize the name. I don't know what he's running, but I do know that he typically, okay, that's probably going to get a hit for sure, so... Okay, so he's using... It's either 3 Musketeers or... actually, it could be Expo because he has the mini P.E.K.K.A. and I saw some pump deck with mini P.E.K.K.A. Okay, so this is a great fireball. I'm glad I can take advantage of that. But I think the Expo might get... This is actually going to be really hard, I think, because what I just realized is I have to fireball the... Yeah, the pump is just so broken now, that's the thing. Like, it's actually crazy how good the pump is. Like, I don't think I can fireball this pump, because if I do, I won't be able to deal with the Expo. Oh my gosh. Let's see what he does. Yeah, this is not good, and I bet this is only going to get harder as the match goes on. If he has a Tesla, that's just going to make matters worse. I think I'm going to fireball this pump. Ooh, the fact that he just fireballed that, though, is a little bit interesting. Oh, nice. We just predicted it. I knew he would have Expo'd. I'm glad I got that prediction. Great log, too. Wow, this game is going really, really well. I'm actually really happy with that prediction. And then we just have to cycle 2 fireballs, and... But I want to defend first, because... Nice! Let's go! I did not think I would win that game, to be honest. Wow. I'm gonna give him the good game, and I'll show you guys, that guy is on my friends list, so I knew he was pretty decent. I don't know how high up he is. Okay, yeah, you can see, best finish, 130. So that guy was actually pretty good. Nice. I'm really happy to win that one, because I don't think that was that easy, to be honest. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like the reason why we won that is because of the prediction, the one, that Musk prediction on top of the Expo, because I think if I didn't do that, I don't know if, I would have managed to defend the rest of the game, because that kind of gave me, like, an elixir advantage, or, like, value out of the cards I was using. Yeah, that was really good. I'm really happy we ended off with that. That was really, really satisfying. I'm fully maxed, so don't really care about the chest, but we're working our way towards, I guess, getting 200 GCs, because that'll give us the next, badge or whatever. Because as you can see, I have 141 right now. So yeah, that is going to conclude the video. I hope you guys did end up enjoying it. I'm personally really happy with how I played. You know, because I don't even think 2.6 is one of my best decks. I don't think I would have been successful playing 22nd in the world on ladder with it, though. I probably would have dropped quite a bit, so that's why I wanted to do GC. But yeah, I mean, our only loss, and I know this is a hard counter. I'm not changing my mind on that. Splash Yard and, like, any deck that has a building and a tornado is a really bad matchup in most cases. Like, especially if it's, like, Golem, like, and they have, like, Cage and Tornado, and if they have Golden Knight with it too, or, like, the Drill, Magic Archer Golden Knight Tornado deck, that's also, like, a hard counter. Like, so yeah, that's definitely a bad matchup. Maybe I didn't play perfectly, but definitely difficult for 2.6, but yeah. Make sure to like the video if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already, and global tournament video will be coming tomorrow. Thanks again. Until next time, guys.